Watma Edienim Ewo.
Good evening. I'm sure bet me enable sharing
Sorry, my video need to take up. Show you ready.
I try most me enable. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, good evening. I hope that I'm not doing here.
Yeah, ready. I do. Yeah.
Okay. I was just trying if you can help me. Just but all those who are joining, welcome. We are going to have an awareness of depression. I know that it could be one of the common things that we hear. Sometimes we all do say it's a so you kind of signs. Now, Sene Edika kind of say on the 20th May, Lordina the Soprano will be a Manchester Catholic Church NT, and we invite you to know so I'll be having your side. Now, you can't mental health or yawa koso adwini mu aya ene ye mpomu eya wono aya na nso nye wo mu kakra fi se unya ya obi e wo wadwin mu a it's very hard to express that since because ebia osin oya and I say akuma ebubu wenya broken heart as sometimes people say I told because wenya broken heart we end up laughing at them but adwin yare eninti na ma no ye hu pa ye efise yemfa yeni elu it's way free on the 4 CS Lewis for. And then research about depression. According to global health data, one of the most leading causes of disabilities in the world, and more than 280 people are now living with depression. The help that we need. Now, over you can have your offer nipa and penifons emu bako ewo depressions ye nipa eduasa miensa and also say it is emu nipa nse emu bako ebewo depression sana and shemu for ama aswanti. Yakoya ni ma who said depression obi depression can lead to suicide, not always, but sometimes some people who have committed suicide was as a result of depression. Afi yaba UK has so ye mebnu no mebnu na ye 20 me eku omo ye pa and so ye share senior akosho way from all the way from 2017 na eye ufa nipa 9 ya obebnu bako and what depression but as at 2020 no opa aba any mpanyifo de no abaye pe ufa ni mebnu insia dia emu ebako depression. I thought that in some yetimi ebimu ekapa depression and some of the myths about depression say all depressions are the same. The depression na enye ba ko ye wono ankrankra we may discover others as well into any. Also, depression is not more and yet faulty thinking. Ebi muka say, oh, why do you see why GP? And I said, well, so I told her because why you depressed, but we pass some of these comments, which isn't true. Ebi mu so it make us say antidepressants. The antidepressants say and no psychotherapy and the must be and your depression. They can't when they are receiving treatment. Also, people who commit suicide are always depressed. So them can the first. I a bit me about say obi about because why you depressed now so and yeah obi our depression yeah and a bit committee suicide. Yen share so so TV say na enye and some might be more so as I can say depression will only occur if you give into it. So because a born so my home so or I did the my home quiet there. Sending young community, yes, strong. I did be or her a bit, mamma depressed, a diana and mommy depressed. And see, so the ancient so say, and yet, one our my home quiet, near my echoes will be doing me at I didn't cry near depression. You can't depression. And I'm saying, in our language, most of the time, we do not get the words that do describe this, but we could get some words in there that could explain some of the things that people will be feeling. And a mental disorder, am I on depressed mood? What why basa? We could have all the words and. Maybe Ohana when you have the when you grab you into sorry after the what's the other. Bobiano what's the other and I say I gave you Ohana when you home game and near ma say Joanne now pa when no want to and I say Udidi baby always feeling guilty. Debia say why you be debia feel why you be afe no aba form esteem is low. Na unna so aye basa untimi ndeye oda you feel very tired but oda hosa na when yati low energy and poor concentration obi wa always on any customer they are there but they're not there sa adie nyema we bi na obi na message to say depression can affect anybody whether you are a man or a woman a woman say shemu ema yeti say a ma according to the that we have now women like you share shemu a ma e wo so pa e depression and so your ba obema akwadao so yourself for adwuma bi a wo ye bia so far as wo and for women from at some point in your life you may be depressed. It's depression and for a certain type of people. So now, so you show some of the causes. You show a dreamy man. I'm saying I'm a boat in Pediano or mark chemicals near my so I dream. Now, serotonin, one of the chemicals we said your time and it's a feel good chemical. And no, when you do, I don't regulate your mood, it regulates our mood. And see, Kobano said, cough more. Then you could see some of these things. A bit me about say, Una ayebasa afe aware for no say wa ware oba ani wekunu afe enemu hyemudie wani enje ana say when you je ho kra obo wo modern ente sabio afe wanu mu ato perform adwen no memory no ntimi nchi asem guti obi hu obi kra friend na on kind din some these are some of the things and a social behavior after that you tend to isolate yourself people situation whereby serotonin levels have really gone down, you may be depressed. And these are some things that you may experience. Yes, depression cycle. Most of the time, senema we koso adwini ma na senema ye dwin ekoso mostly we may get a trigger from the environment. Ebia wanya ebia wakoye bibi anye ye ebia o matete mu enkoso any ade and no that could be a trigger anywhere. Anything could be a trigger, anything at all, whether a traumatic experience or anything. Into our dream, I say, I never do anything right, I'm useless. I thought that we may say that thing. And when the cycle starts. Now emotions after that you feel sad, you are in the you become hopeless. I thought that you are helpless, you feel helpless. Low mood, physical tiredness, you become Oba nipedianima a quan yakupon nipedian se baby a touch a dream whether it's psychological, spiritual, or the physical aspect of body. Ni nyina ye adwuma bom nti ebra baby atochima no it affects the other parts. Three parts way affect nti bon so you pedua anim no na hu se de bia wa bre you are fidgeting obi wo ha okoka untimi fa de to nc for maintenance and I say you become extremely low or lethargic untimi emma wo so enya de afi poor concentration untimi forward in CBB so enya always your mind is everywhere and your mind is wandering everywhere afi na yamnya behavioral anti activities are when you jam ho nema na ope aka ne no. She says, oh, me the son and my name, when you don't want to do anything else again. Other precipitating factors, and near my also so a bit me, I'm a depressed and so in experiencing stressful events. If you're with my accidents, be so I'm sorry, but you could be you have been sexually molested before, and all these events, stressful events, could let you be depressed. Nyema ora esibo wiase ema oyam hyew ayam hye emu enema ebi nso ni say laws would often be a free one sa and I say mukeni bi wadwuma a free one sa bibi esi wadwuma wanyemwe bi obabi a free one sa and I say wati etua wo so and I say wedding buko bibia enye and I say status atoda ohwe onwa ohwe wona onyo si wo abrabo ma your cohort sometimes you think that you could have been somewhere much better than where you are now. And so that it's depressed. At the history of the family, and so that most of the time when you go to the hospital, I hear saying in family who say that if you're slowly being said, oh, people will say these are some of the things that we hear. And see, if you're not in your family line. There's depression, and not just a depression, but that could also be a risk factor. So if you get a trigger in the environment, then you can kind of it's quite depressed. After childbirth and hormonal changes and increase in response, I will move and some baby bra about near baby sesa after body no ebe sini that the man near my over cost to ewo nipediani. This changes way any baby about that you need to buy stuff for the baby and responsibility so it's not yet depressed. After social isolation also I can that it's because I different types of people so a whole which because I made them pay the money I say what type now you don't have human interaction you could be depressed at some point. If you are bit show so that's what be anywhere so more it could be a risk factor depressed. After substance abuse money in nobody account and some any me poswa na maka etoda emududo na nura horo fi Ghana ni ade enubone manase abusing substance enye nuru na enim dada insani cocaine sane etoda edura doctor enhwehwe mom prescribing power wakoto. There are so many side effects of these one nura edikika ni na etimi betimi akoka bi ewo ni pedua ma na kwa adwuma kwa depression ti yenhwe ye ho so ye pa nura hora edikika ni pedua na doctor for enhwehwe adekwa we himu a etimi edika pedua. After medical condition ebia ya diagnose we ebia we go through cancer or chemotherapy, HIV, other illnesses or high blood pressure any sign way it's mean my depressed about yare plan ko bi abeto so na uji unwanje no now dream was a fat processing sometimes it could be depressed and other psychosocial factors and so sikasem mo forma de bia oda when you busa o calculate pay no buy na hasan when you busa na bia che you busa Ghana ye fro hey sikabra we oda ya we see ne nema sikasem mo forma and it's a bit more depressed and prolonged stress and housing issues as well. Stress do how bit me the while me yeah juma 24/7 me bomb me home the eye say be boy home the so to that jibre na refresh go baby just go for a walk, look at nature na me boy baby you could get gardens, you could just sit still bit me no ma epie uknu obi just to admire nature and yes idea this could be a risk factor for you to get depressed. Types of depression major depressive disorder, persistent depressive disorder, bipolar, or manic, bipolar, and I follow Ghanaian news, yes, me, I can't sign in my way. Postpartum depression, then be kind of war itching depression, ever seasonal affective disorder, a move bino in say, friend sad, the bra, whether no, as a son, UK hampered yet. One day cried many seasons in super taught na yabo na spring abana nina it's couple a bit more hasa whether ye exercise it's me my own mood and that's always me the present ye become ye send us types of depressions it's major depressive disorder no it's me mostly most of the day about every day and the last week I am a confused sadness with depression but I reward because it's an emotion, but I reward last year for 2 weeks, about 3 weeks. It's been called day to day activity. So pay attention to what now. Oma will be a doctor for every, an answer for every. In symptoms, depressed mode. Any symptoms, at least 4 symptoms I'll be in nature. Say, I check 2 weeks into excessive movements, and as on anti baby, and as you slow down. With and I'll be fatigue or loss of energy and so feeling worthless or excessive guilt say mind share my feeling so I'm to sleep most of the time that's what you're feeling and gym person baby and I say some brush shade there and what you see not doing to me in sick and most of the time they have suicidal ideations say and I'm say who say who for so be an Papa said, me plan woman and share my few so interesting any my main me gas and so such this major depressive disorder and say will be so that those people that's what they know na on dream. After you persistent depressive disorder, the research upon any my first not a friend of hysteria and no as a I caught naba when you bed in until but me war passion 2 years na about a on and on we did ye back from we did ye bebastro and so yes we did ye swatting one and also pay attention to that me DDP and to us we call it comfort eating I also you are using it to feel a boy and I say what me that you meet people who can sleep at 18 hours or da still and I say and that no that's what I was or that they have to pay attention to it and low energy fatigue I feel mood from difficulty making decisions and feeling hopeless. Into Sanyama when you 2 years we okay, we call you so dear, put me to call you so. And so I call on and off 2 years. And as a manipulator drew 2 years, or about when Sanya also doctor for I feel bipolar and I say manic depression and no sir we say only from her, ni mode no, obetumi agina ha sere sesia ni sewie mu na ebe shete akọ esu obetumi esu and ni bubutin betumi fu just within a twinkle of an eye. It's extreme high and low moods. Extreme either too low or too high, and mood swings. It can be rapid, high rate of suicide. We also work suicide ideations and kasa de bi omo person to and halfway no I told that say you refer on it was say hospitalize you medium to hospital na you monitor if it's a ujina because be extreme low na e do high low ni high no bet me within the high or the low moods into most see they are monitored when it gets to that extremity or severity of it no or quarterly bipolar depression. Inflated self-esteem or no because too high or too low. Only they say we are singing now or on top of it, we are singing now. And self-important people decrease need for sleep, more talkative, and the only kasa watching the kasa so these people is too extreme. I'm trying to make a.
I
think that the internet's not active on. I'm using my phone now. For some time, not my screen. Into I am of anchem. Into yeah, so postpartum depression. Into bra awo abano. A room no, who say nipa no as a childbirth no ni mood as a bit make us me worry na on to say I nema exercise when nipadua anim chemical in balance if you say nipa every nipadua anim afi nipadua na nkasa e be see ni dada ni nti saa nema we nyina etimi si esi a aya na oye owarini a na a support o partner nti saa nema we nyina so ewo eho afi usually they after 4 weeks of nipa kono obewo no obehu say or experience saa nema we and then se oye ne ho kafo a e wo se oboa no na otimi ekọ nanim yetwaso afi symptoms nibia into 10 to 15% of women in the US and I say ebiase experience postpartum depression na offer ema about time omo 5 emu 1 go through postpartum nti wawo bia obi o krampo mpese obeso ne bam because na de wonye bad time ya de bi wawo ni ntia niema ekoso woni pedua nemu na yenti ase nti e wo se so obi awo achi no o fa sa niema we mu a na ye hu na ye de ache no masa ababa nti me love the house masa If I'm sure, let me unable me not my sharing screen no. Inti yet so. I think yaba sad. Yaba sad. And no na season no inti. Obi wa ha weather ne sesa. E was say she so obi wa drew winter. The mood ebe say sa weather ne na UK hapo die. And it's me call winter within one day. It's me experience 4 seasons now within one day. Inti sa for no mutimi experience omo major depressive episodes no same as major depressive episodes no so they feel worthless, they don't want to exist long term it and I'm saying wa na yenko yinti every time ya season e besesen ya sa experience na nipa no obekomiti when your friend is sad nti ye monitor your mano ye kunu ye yemu ye now for seasons necessary any mood that who be a so make kasa no kra won fi me yen hye no so say people are going through a lot aya yen consider about how we interact with your friends and your family. And see, once they crave for a lot of carbohydrates, any they always feel anxious, lack of energy, best of energy. And after the spring, na when you early summer, na energy, winter, na say after the mood no as so from these people no sad way and family. Yes, sad. And after you what psychotic depression. And no severe depressive mood and only unya interest feeling guilt, low libido and I'm kind aware for no happy upon so or part open and now we need any interest to do anything happy on that only who or helpless any other in addition no afi delusions. We are also unema, who way, unema any hallucinations as well. And or titanium maybe or titanium or smelling him also you don't find really a more depression and psychomotor agitation. I just said or they are always fidgeting, they can't sit still or they are fidgeting everywhere. I feel the other one and so and what DSM-5 anymore I like to talk about is any what in my what and I say and I say anywhere women are premenstrual dysphoric disorder, a PMDD, and no it comes with depressive way power was a so say we also will support our women or females. I will find ourselves around. I thought that who would be no because only mood that just be there and be supportive. Man, don't push the person. So that a bit more hard during when an egg is released and then all the process that ovulation goes through, they could be depressed, serious depression, mood swings, irritability, they could be anxious. It during that time of the month now. It's not easy for these people, and they get trouble in concentrating. They get fatigue because there's a lot of energy in your mind, and then change in appetites or sleep habits as well. Feelings of being overwhelmed. I think the treatment resistant depression. And on a funny means that 1/3 of people who come to us for treatment, I say chronic. We are quite different avenues in your and so or my any form of the treatments are in sad gain a friend of treatment resistant depression. I no the electroconvulsive therapy and a use one and only the electric Kenya adreno, semi adreno, it me a similar name. So these are some and no ECT entire and use but when depression has become very severe and that's where we consult to ACT and impact of depression and so depression it's minimum say nipa no or struggle ontimi nkwa adwuma ontimi function ye or we busua ne man ne afide na ne manoma na ehwe omo so because ono akasa or fat depression means ontimi one also they are not able to look after themselves. If you have partners, you become frustrated because it becomes frustration. At some point, we are the partner, you like to leave and I say, oh, person on any better and be frustrated and it go to me the separation and I say, I will go ever. I feel economical impact. And I'm saying, especially with a more bipolar, no more extreme, no extreme, sika, no more say sikania the it go high, it's me a busy cancer, so I say, sika. I feel higher rates of drug and alcohol abuse. And I'm saying, the Biwahona Esha so now to do and say, or you should dress and that's on inside a one swati, Sanima way, impact way to make it happen. I feel a dream when I'm so, we the Biwa could a Jumans mean a Jumani, winning a horse obey as only. It's me, my 18 bit me, you ready. I feel it goes on. I mean, I'm a more bit me up suicide and it could worsen because Yaria Horo at me and bad depends to the and a bra or be diagnosing with depression. Treatment. So Oba GP Hona signpost you to a psychology, whether neuropsychologist, clinical psychology, or all the psychology avenue, depending on your after you've gone through a thorough assessment, Oba. And some of the things that we use as normally the ASCG, we could use psychotherapy and medication. Psychotherapy quite intimate and the antidepressant you can come once a month. The psychotherapy I think cognitive behavioral therapy UK is mostly used. And no some of the cars and because I dream now because I'm useless, worthless. No, we are there to help you to reconstruct some of the negative thoughts that you have in your mind. I think antidepressants to see the medical kind of best say dry the psychotherapy and any form of treatment and the wow a bra kasa nkwana therapy anymore intimi improvements na and then ECT as well, as I've already spoken about it, where it's used for people who have the chronic depression lifestyle management and so what we recommend the exercise so that if you can go to the gym, go for a walk, laugh, just don't take life too hard. Be easy on yourself. Wherever you are doing so well. I thought that we are so hard on ourselves now. You really pee out so much that you become depressed. You are doing so well wherever you find yourself now. Just give a pat on yourself that you are doing well. So we give you all these things. Proper dieting, I thought that maybe so depressed. We talk to you about these things as well. After your self-help materials, get help. Yes, while about the person my way now say you don't know anything. So when you're busy, now already they've been diagnosed with depression. Make it a thought that so be bad no need to be one only be in one solution. Make my wife give the person the space. Now on can sometimes people just want to talk to you. But the fact sir, while they've chosen you to come to you to talk about something, give them that space and allow them to talk. Also find out more about depression and you kind of read more about it so that you can have some knowledge about it. Now, if you encourage them to seek professional help, set me GP not be frail, GP honors or that's where the main point where they can signpost you to the professionals who are able to help you. I feel see a man draw one not on me in fact because a low any mood not on person obey always be there to support them. I feel help them every day. We all get one. Singing, crying, exercise, activity, just get involved with them. I feel so a bit more extreme, they would like to help themselves. Near my whole with the bed will also be a few of my queen. I feel one cast out beds to keep up a professional help. I feel one cast out will take care of the person who's depressed, also take care of yourself as well. These are type places. I thought that we give all these things out and I always say, oh, I'll never be depressed or I'll never be. We don't take. There will be times that if you don't get the help, something bad could happen. If you have a phone, take a screenshot of these places. There are more of them. They're online. If you go, like people who are there 24/7 who will be there willing to help you. And your first point is your GP surgery. A chroma. Wherever you are in Europe, mental health is one of the most important way. So, with GP, I know. So I thought I can say, oh, waiting list is long. Now, I say, why you depressed? Immediately, they are going to seek attention. I know the most they give attention to it. Intimate culture. Men can say waiting list in GP, they will be able to direct you to wherever you are. I mind a charity. We are. Counselor among NGOs that minded also the Depression UK is also there who give free psychotherapy and therapy counseling as well. Samaritans are there. Some of us we've seen their stores, their charity organization who also are there to give mental health help if they have the professionals as well. Able Features, I have worked with them before. Able Futures no are buying in tax in our riot in I want any juma. If you are working here, I say, oh yeah, why you depressed? That Able Features are there. They will be on you 24/7. 80 Able Features also are there. If you go there, or Friday book appointment anytime or convenience, send your penny, they'll be there and help you throughout the way. Cornerstone is also there as well. Young Minds is also there, and NEC. And I'm saying, yeah, most of us are Adventists. NEC also has got counseling services as well. Counseling services. Let's make good use of it as well. Now will be sika problem they're able to help you out without paying. That's it. Additional questions and contributions. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Me question me person me busa.
Yo, yeah, that was the brave. What? And church out with your man. Maybe some people say, at what stage and I would draw. Yeah, do to antidepressant so. Na antidepressant no so no. Yeah, do to so as and also so was side effect be mainly ya na omo that's be time say e bi wo ha no aye kakraka obi wo so anu asa aye sin say o trouble no kra na double trouble enti no apart from say e bia na do end stage nti na ye do wato so be apart from say ye do beto antidepressant so no bibia ni ho a ye fa say ya ma therapy why ye bibia enti apart from sa enyoma na why nya no the last result na ye antidepressant na me that say
Miss Medase, Auntie Miriam, let me share for your question. The court process now, and as yeah court on, so we try to cross out other avenues, but mostly, you know, nipa na yare na ewo no, una uye in charge. I told her nipa to do na they would like to have it because ebia obi o ha opening them. I say obi o ntimi nda na ope say ye wa akwan pii so ebe chen say ye way. But ope say me pedro obi o say ope me busy me ntimi ndi yes and no way. Nti antidepressant need ye ni at any point bia na you the person who is in charge of the therapy. We will go through with you, we tell you side effects are a woman idea, and then if Senipano when they have the mental capacity to make decisions for themselves, I thought that's also their families are there, and I said, or more advocates are there to say yes, yeah, therapy now, and then sometimes even people who go on the antidepressants and so on, EMA therapy sometimes difficult because or normal you don't get them as they are. Auntie Miriam, it's just the back and forth when people will choose to be on it because Obeka's own team people, so they would like to be on it. And then there are so many ways that we do the ECT, we do the scans, the neuropsychology, we try to cross out all avenues, and then we try to help you with lifestyle changes and so as well. And this psychotherapy, but we say therapy, because Obeka's own they would like to be coming back and forth. And they come because people like to have quick processes in getting well, but slow process near and I thought that's why it becomes severe and there is need for say the memo into but at any stage where you say it's too much for the person can bear, whether they are in the capacity to make a decision for themselves or their advocates or their family members, it's making that decision for us to get to them. I know it depends on the individual, the family, and then advocates as well. It means a question, another follow-up question so as well. If
that's it. Nasa mental capacity hono there. Yeah, at times very questionable.
Yes.
What do you say, Nipano, the capacity no? But I'm so I make informed decision.
Yes.
Me jama, me that's it.
And also, assessment. You know, we have it's a long process, and we try to promote independence as much as possible. It's when assessment has been done, and then we've come to a conclusion with the fact that Nipano they can make decisions for, as you say when you say Nipano, they can't, but they've gone through the test, they've gone through assessment, and you feel that they can make decisions for themselves, but we can't take their independence from them. But assessment is reviewed as time goes on as well. Say bedroom baby, I will know. Say, oh, okay, you pay. I'll say review and assessment. Capable of making decisions for themselves. And yet, static. It keeps changing at some point. It does. Pastor Minister, before I will ask him, sir.
Sister Medase, sure. Me was in Bisakakra. Assessment no yewo dear. Obetumi akonya na NHS website so ana to send ye weight management assessment ne BME no. Yewo bibisa na ebia wonam baby kra na say you're at home instead of going to GP and say you know obetumi take sa nyaman wo NHS website dey access Medase.
Medase, I say one for your question. But it's not advisable to take an assessment from anywhere. I thought that you call go near type NHS example as I speak to you, so for NHS website now type depression, they will tell you to call this number or go to these people because assessment is very broad, and then we want to know the right person to give you to, and then it's a whole team of people who are doing the assessment. Sometimes the thing that you find out to be overwhelmed into there's an emergency number when you're mentally disturbed, you can call it, and then it's fast. Any delay, there's open initiative websites is here. The team would take on and do the assessment with you gradually. Make part of there for you professionals and a assessment, and it's a team, and it takes long because send any part and it's very important. Say it's not baby internet and a different aspect of it. The back shall dream nature scans, the baby questions or question for any it's an all-rounded assessment that we do. And internet so begin so we do that's not the right thing to do. And that's means that you are saying this and not.
When you know me, that's it.
So I wanted to add on to something. There were on my mental health team for us, why they call it self-care, self-refer. And it also refers you after all referral instead of give you the referral and assess your situation and say counseling and answer he assesses from your mom. No, which is also another point I betting easy.
Thank you, Auntie Philippa. And self-referral also as you can also refer yourself. Because there's a lot of you can also go and but one that's not the good thing. Thank you, Auntie Philippa. Self-referral also fill forms in our symptoms near they will signpost you to the best person to take care of you.
Mami Vivian, me pese me busa question. So wadusua ode amayen. Mfa wa me hu se ene ebinim wo ho na yetwa ani na yentan hu ma na mfa wa se yetimi kohwehwe wo mo. Na serotonin no aye chemical yi. Se ekofom a, is there a way of getting it up again? Now, in other words, say obi depressed. Is there a turning back? And I say obey depressed for life, and I say obey the druso for life. And I say
okay. Certain chemical wajim na medase pastor. Thank you for the question. Na me I did share hosa say be boy with our mood na be regulate. Nti ebra aba from say ye keka nyama pi happy no ebia won na ye nti ye nyama bi there so many things that has happened. Amani na aba from ebia wa for your hormones are everywhere. There are so many things happening in the body chemical wise. Nti eba from that's why we advise with lifestyle changes and the food you eat near the na be boana. Send nyama de share na also so my to bring it up, but all these activities are over and no and I ever bow amount I mean me here no and no bet me aboa amona abaso. And the second question no. So yes, there is a turning back if you go through the process. There are people who give testimonies or my court process they've been well. And there are people too because they are underlying illnesses. They say obiwa or when you cancer or go through chemotherapy, end of life. There's psycho-oncology who are there are psychologists there who are there with them along the way as well. They boost you and then say what could chemo or end of life. I thought that you become depressed at the age of maybe 30, 40 now doing say why me near the there are some underlying illnesses where depressions can be when you HIV or where when you some chronic illness being and no sorry anyone always that person no let me I depressed or also or they draw so send me Auntie Maria ebisa question no So drone side effects no and no obi also there's a tumor in the brain, and so far as I thought that tumor anyway, because there's a case that we worked with 4 years ago, and that tumor. So because we have tried all avenues of helping the person. So say neuropsychologists for they did a scan, they saw that there's a tumor there that so yeah, as a result of when I build up pressure in the head, I'm gonna draw it up to become a tumor, and then it was very chronic. And such people and depression and cancer treatment resistance and so on. Or might try avenues because of an underlying illness via abaya chronica, a be a genuine codan, or a do if you know a rare disease, rare illnesses. If you are saying a be a 2 and it was and doctors don't know how to work with it. Yeah, about COVID by we didn't know, and people up till now we are dealing with long COVID clients who after COVID they are still going because people are still not come up from the shop. And past the people able to me every moon. So because of your real one could be a dorm, so depression no eka home echo. If you want so I try all other avenues. They are still seeking out for treatment and yet all we a do baby a bit more so the say so who be you seek for the help. Yeah, they make everything easier. They would like to bring therapy to you, as Auntie Kulba said. You do the self-referral, you call all the places that I put out there, and then they will help you. It's there, it will be managed. So do so that it will be managed with ECTs, antidepressants, psychotherapy, lifestyle changes in your idea, and between kind of question.
Oh yeah, cheers. God bless you.
God bless.
Hand up, I think say Sister Eunice.
Okay, Pacha, what's me episode?
Hello,
Pacha, what's me episode question?
my mom and some such but me do it moment, my man quick.
Okay.
Media need a contribution. Na a 2 words beer, me pese you recognize it. Say ye bibi memo and in our African community, we don't accept say your depression. So we are always in denial. And if you don't accept say a problem, you cannot seek help. And I help so you cannot get the right one. And to say yeah, but you want say no. And somehow who can't I said nothing the crime show me what I said you know. I have to move a step further. Into 2 words. First is denial, and the second one is acceptance. So you accept to say, no, this is what is going on, your problem. And not a bit prompting, am I seek help? I say, yeah, accept here, no meaning. All the charities, GPI, it won't be used to us. Whereby there are resources here we can utilize. But now it has we will say abrofokra onu amuye adwuma kra omo payare do 1 2 bia na my depressed 1 2 bia na my depressed 1 2 bia na my depressed. It is because most of the time they recognize what is going on with them. Obi was brony we also why depressed because the cat too are depressed. People don't understand things to that extreme. And to say accept it, say your problem, you can never seek help. So we say, akwepa ya why ye juma pa with my bomb modin is seen than you. Okodru Ghana 2 weeks we because in depression there is another thing called masking. We mask everything that happens to us. You see people, you are cheerful, you are joyful, you are jubilating, you are celebrating. But now within you, BB press down. We are always masking it. We are always making it to seem that everything is okay. And there is one thing I always say: it's okay not to feel okay. And you're okay, say okay. Forget about what Obi Beka. Forget about what Enia Obi Dibe show. And your self-care. If you don't treat yourself well, you cannot treat the people around you. If you don't feel good, the people around you doesn't feel good. Into isolation, baby. The more depressed you are, it's like most people that have depression, they always end up with anxiety.
Yes.
Most people. And what does anxiety do? Once it ends up, once like you just dive into more mental health disorder, not self-harming them. Not afraid yet. What na kuma womba, and now only ebusian ebobra. But it seems that there is no life for you again. Into these two words, woman consider. If you are in denial, you can never seek help. But if you accept, said no, hang on, mommy, take a step back. Namin shed the air coso. And yet just you or family, womba, people around you you'll be able to seek help. And a woman who says sometimes we need proper help. And yet bibiana sebi empire ebetimo solve. We need treatment, we need counseling. Do bibia obey fast in 3 days, obey say. But still the thing is there. One bringing the outer, you will never get help. And you're good say you best seek a radiating, but sometimes do you have proper treatment? A sound mind is a happy home, and it's a sound person and a sound environment. So that is the letter that I have to share. Yeah, sorry, me do it.
Okay, that's very insightful. I mean, sure, you have to accept that there's something wrong and don't be in denial. It's fine to, and then you will say, "Echo da, cry, no." You'll be so say, but you yourself, you know, say, and then even I think we all are expecting people to say, no, because because no, that's where the conversation may start from. And I say, when we are with our friends, we know say, there's something really off with my friend. Now we shouldn't all be self-absorbed. I was saying, pay attention to environment as well. It's you say, Obi will ask himself for a beer. I'm sure Obi any asking this for an answer and what be out.
Ipacho me na me bisa wasem. Depression enro no yedima no eno problem bi wa chira na ana obi so etimi ka se we Kristoni na bibi ti say na ukwaji edro ebi ebema wadwen aye kam na Kristoni nye sa ni se wonom na esa wo bompaye eno mami ho ayi kakra
That's it. Mami loko, that's it. Edrobia afa infide ho ana se ni baye the side effects wo o hwe kraka ya mo de hye nro no ho a wo nse tenten aya nya daje nkan a side effects wo senya first the obusa question auntie Miriam account I say to that am say na ya kese sometimes side effects and ebino no nti boa baby o but na say BBT there are some side effects there doctors crampo before you be the be ma no chill say these are some of the side effects I'm more fancy I'm who say side effects side effects boa baby so it me as say coming back to the second question no say so be me aka say Christoni nyame na ama ye nimdie me psychologist obi a doctor, obi ye we, Yamina Amasa Indian, and Nipa Power Bonina, Wama and Indifo, Adjuni Bibria, Waha Edeboa, Yame, the Timmy Yano, Yame, and Amayasa, and Indian. I didn't buy Bobby come. Then so I was so the code Yamiama in India. What don't know, I do not obey me a bow. Now I'm on one country. Send away a boy. Yamiro or my journey to make decisions. Say, baby, higher. That's why we know that there's something wrong by a seeking for help. It's a sunny obinia accident. I didn't go a yin. Son will be depressed, so I obey me. Bibi had a pan, now I agitated. It's indeed a drama. And see, I am and a man signing the it's in the way. But said too much. Said a walking no day, Odi, a noni, pranny pediano, and I cast it here. But the doctor prescribed beer, and I'm saying you post when the demand Badriana attachment. And no, and so being a BP, I said, of a BP drew. I didn't say, Yame and a boy, the pediana, it's just like depression. I dream of and I'm saying, if I knew who needs it, I thought I say, well, chi. But it's just like any other illness. And I am. Every 3 seconds somebody commits suicide, and it's scary. I thought Anna a biwa yaria wakwa enkono you need to seek for help. I and even we do have religious psychologists as well. If that's the avenue you like the path you like to take, or more so to do psychotherapy to help you. I to help us along the way. And see, meaning that Mama look, you are some
Pacho wa ya no na eno na etimi se bi obi preach sesi a woti hu tie enso ye bisa ho asem a wonim Sabbath school ye betimi akan akositire enso won kai ye bisa asem bi a won kai e pacho eno na etimi create sai na na
and so means me as a studio say by my thorough assessment means me to studio a bit me I know other symptoms when who I want to mean concentrate. It could be anything. It's a bit my any of a mental illness. It could be something with the brain as well. Mommy and Shannon said depression I am pay attention to it. No, it's me Emma a lot of high blood pressure and dementia. I am very on the out of UK. It's me Emma Adrian when pay attention to it. Send me a sister because one accept you could be prone to getting dementia near there, but means so Edria Eka say and no anyhow just say what about assessment and it's in here I will lean out and I say really need say and no anyhow. But child Andrews but chance
okay. Yeah, now ode ama nyina na contributions kakra ewu mu a epese so ye trom ha ye we no ewo ho ema obi a oye above 52 years if he say obi wo ho a na ne kunu ewu agya no mpofre mu a oda wona oye no hwe enye yie obi wo ho a ye wo Ethiopia ni bi lady bi wa ha ne ma akoka Ethiopia wo bra o so wa ha ne ma no enim kwan a omnam so a ombeba ommaame ho enti ne kwaya nse onam na akwai se obi a obadam no but that woman is very good adan nani ebeba ne ho so no otumi eboa ye scheme ha for no aduane krama nkrofo charity everybody e we lunch ha enti nia edem papa ne say loneliness yeni a yete ha nyina obia wo problem enti amfada no ema basabasa your pendulum ayi wo ho a wutumi twe 24/7 ema ye betumi attend o na uye free enti courses no ene ne you know ejina wa unipa so ene the type of problem ato nipa no ena ema ne kro no ana ne kon no so easy papa bi ewa ha o last Saturday you free asori by no ɔkɔsɛn toilet so na obu hwee ni wo mu ano. But before say ehunu no Friday no, but before say obehun brebia no okuta alcoholic drink. They say vodka no near the papa no nom yie. If you say onim say eno na onom a say the all kind no, a problem no ever call. But insanity na ni so a utumi say the pressure no I increase twice fold of whatever. And in the American say obi a onim say obi and say only bi no. Eno na e wo say ye hwe ni ye. Enti na mi bisa asem no say ebeye den na bi a me a me say me okay and me okay. Me den wo say bi asade no. Me develop bi e bi a wo start here na me ma so de. Say they check high blood pressure is e obi wa. I need to check it. But say unya bi a how does it start? Now what to want anamo amasade no every home patch up.
It does eja nyaminsha power contribution na oni. Nyaminsha basha o question no I shase no e kan say depression akasa ne symptoms be low mood, fatigue, loss of appetite, low high moods, and then you tend to isolate yourself. Near mana caneno openo when in home view and bibi as bibi show so who are whom tada ushe movie because soon from grana what you are soon now and also do it misra and as a casa baby then you know so they deny a type of depression or a chemical imbalance nipa no wa for fraud nipa no or far any are there any psychosocial factors affecting the person to say environment music say more then ebia waba from half of munya baby obetina nkrata sema ye basa all these environmental factors also may contribute to that and it's anema we nyina hu then most of the depression and I worked with refugees and asylum seekers before when I was in Italy, and most of the cases when we presented them in court and then they came for therapy, you could see say near manani pani here ebia dining krata same abaina aje na wa ye case court na abaina je pin mpanya nkrata na wanya dan na afi bia ne bedu oga na edi omo aba no aseni jakan we won say nipa na de therapy na o improve into some of the environmental factors also are contributing to economic people get depressed and see nyeme bia ewo ye hono nyame boa na say obetimi asolve bia ma obi a oti obi hawa na osusu ni bibi nche wa mesro say mfa nto ano enkeka be there, let people know that you are there for them even when they are your friends and you know them every day how active they are, and then if you see changes in them, please also be there and then help your friends, whoever you are around them. You have to say you are each other's keeper. Send it one meeting a 2 point as a mission back. We are one you knew would be let's just say if these symptoms are there, please you can call your GP. There's, as Auntie Philippa said, there's self-referral there. Once you go internet and so I just call your GP and explain to them. So this is what I'm going through. I do not know. I thought that I'm here translator. Somebody will be there in your language to help you. You get to make the choice that you want when it comes to your mental health
Me pacho kitu ebi na mi free. Woman no na owo ya ha no unim say or try say obe committee suicide because ni kunu wu ya bia omo wo ma omo ya they are well say on betumi aboa man but on say on obi entra he always refuses the assistance ni papa say the ema no na sa woman no monim the committee suicide cigarette. Ne dem on nkoma no ono omie otmenum cigarette 1 packet. If I may be wrong or right, obet me 1.5 packets a day. Na watum no chim obetwa na obawa wotin hani Piccadilly. Enso mami enyai Landress teeth on an vessel. Who see near my name will proceed in Lamin to Pronum. And a daco, when you can't be children, say, or yes, and I, if you didn't have home my yama, me at you soon. Namji, where you soon. I just say, I call you or how I'm man on the assistant in ya. Enti, yet the yamiasi. And your man could think it, it might be that type of studies that yɛde ama yɛ anwummerɛ yi wɔma yɛntu anammɔn kakra bi ɛde ne bu afu ne bu fu ɛwɔ adwuma mu koraa no de abɛsaa ne yere so ɛwɔ fie wɔanom nyinaa is part of the problem. You know, a sound mind no is always say or take best advice ɛwɔ surgery na wherever your GP is. Me that's it.
That's but I for Bible studies for time in that. And what we are not some say doing for
Yeah, that's a part about tomorrow. Addition Kunia, what the any media mayeno. And of course, some saying in a toda you hear more. Tiny best say you will be or honomona be high adjenia. Yani a penny pebini so much channel, rather than say be keep it to yourself no. Na aboying in your mental health. What's my uncle pon shop be? Mestre na Pastor Frederick Abompire Esra sa affain so am I.
Patro Abompire. Yɛda wase nyametumfoɔ adesua a wɔde ama yɛn. Yɛsrɛ no ama adesua yi atɔ akoma pono so. Yɛnim sɛ yɛdeɛ wowɔ adwene a pa bi a wɔdwen fa yɛn ho ɛnyɛ bɔne deɛ sɛ wɔde yɛbɛkɔ awie pa no mu. Ɛno nti yɛsrɛ wo sɛ obi wɔ ha sei na watɔ ba ha na ohu deɛ wɔyɛ a yɛsrɛ wo sɛ ma n'ani daa soɔ. Yɛsrɛ wo sɛ boa yɛn na so ma yɛn ahoɔden so a yɛbɛtumi de asiki professional help. Na aboa yɛn ama yɛn nyamesom nso ayɛ kama ɛwɔ ani so. Yɛda wase kyerɛkyerɛni nso kɔ so ama ne nyansa a wɔde bɛkyerɛkyerɛ yɛn. Yɛda wase anwummere yi. Yɛnim sɛ yɛbɛtoa so na yɛasua ho adeɛ. Yɛsrɛ sɛ ka yɛn ho kenya yɛn adwen na boa yɛn na yɛnya nteaseɛ nso wɔ w'asɛm mu. Yɛda wase open yɛn hɔ ma Yesu Kristo din mu. Amen.
Amen. And I must say the Bible studies na ebeto Sibija Hana